guys, good morning or afternoon should I say. Today's going to be an easy one. I'm just going to go and explore around Ho Chi Minh City. It was a good night last night, only had a few drinks, but what was really awesome is I bumped into a guy called Victor, which is back in Hanoi. It was just awesome. It's his birthday and it was just cool to bump into him. Spent about half an hour chatting to him. And what's really interesting is how different the major cities are to the other towns and cities. Like here you got a lot of convenience stores, you've got a lot of different foods. In the other ones you just got the little local shops, and it's about it. The city life in Vietnam is very different to the outer city life. So, you know, when you first arrive, you'll probably arrive either in Hanoi or you arrive here in Ho Chi Minh, and it'll probably give you a bit of a different opinion of what the rest of the countries are like. You know, there's a bit more to Vietnam than just the cities. But anyway, I'll chat to you guys in a minute. Just have a walk around, so I'll chat to you in a sec. Some of the funniest days, just the days where you stroll about and just have a look and observe where you are. It's when you're with people, you never really observe so much, where it's quite fun to sit down and people watch. I've got a couple of odds and ends I bought here, which is nice. The shops are decently priced here and there's a good selection, and they don't pester you as much as in Hoi An. Yeah, not Hanoi. Yeah, Hoi An. Just heading back to the hostel, just had a little stroll around. Just nice to have a little walk around, a brief stroll, just listen to a bit of music for once. And tomorrow I'm going to go to the War Museum and explore the city properly. So I'll chat to you guys in a bit. Alright guys, just arrived at the War Remnants Museum. We're looking forward to this. Apparently it's a bit gruesome in some ways, but it'll be really interesting. The one up north is a bit disappointing, so I'm looking forward to seeing this. Right, this is a quick disclaimer which I'm going to edit to the beginning of the video, just saying like this is going to be quite brutal. If you're not interested in seeing like some horrible things, I probably skipped ahead to the time I put here. I just skipped because it is a pretty brutal tour. I'm going to show what there is, so just as a warning.
The story you are about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed. Only the names have been changed. Only the names have been changed. The story you are about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed. story you are about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed. Only the names have been changed.
This section's, as I was just described by my lovely friend here, it's a sort of chemical they use to get rid of the shrubbery in the forest and stuff, and it causes a lot of birth defects and, you know, a lot of problems throughout. Some Americans have it, but mostly Vietnamese for obvious reasons. And like I said, it's a pretty brutal museum, but it shows you really what damage was done. It's just horrible. You're in Vietnam for a month and you meet these lovely people and think like, you know, people gone around killing these people a few years ago. It's just horrible. Sorry, the chemical's called Agent Orange. That's what it's called, not Agent Orange. Yeah, that's just definitely the worst thing that's happened here. You know, the amount of aftermath of these chemicals, you know, destroy the rainforest and like 3 generations of people will be affected to it, by birth defects and stuff. It's just terrible, really. You know, and you think when a war's never real until you realise like how much it affects kids. You know, kids are getting killed, kids are getting born like this. It's just, you know, it's horrible in some ways. I'm just quickly popping down to go to the prison segment. We're going to meet up with the other guy I'm with, and there's a bunch of girls that are going around as well. We're all split up, just going different speeds. But it's just fascinating. Like the Vietnam War, from what I know, started in 1955 and it ran, I think, until the 1980s or something. I know the America wasn't fully involved with it the whole time. I think like they ramped up their involvement in the 60s, their budget. It's just terrible. Like you think all this was over, the whole communism, you know, anti-communism campaigns. And like when you travel a country for a month and you meet these lovely people and, you know, you just think we are all human beings just living our lives. And to think like, you know, come along and bombed literally the living crap out of their country, destroyed the houses, killed whole families, and you just think it's just devastating, really, you know, to think humans could do that to each other. And in some ways, like, it's sad to see, but I like places like this where it does emphasise that, because I always feel media always undermines the real tragedies that happen. I mean, probably even the wars now, there's things that never ever get mentioned and things that are just horrible. So I'm going to quickly pop into the prison segment, so I'll speak to you in a sec. This has been well worth to come to, honestly. If you're in Saigon City or South City called Ho Chi Minh, definitely come here. It's 15,000 dong, which is like 50p again. Really isn't much and well worth it, and really gives you an idea of how brutal this war was and an idea of how brutal other wars can be. Shows you why the world should always stay united, eh? So we're gonna go for a stroll. I think there's a building, there's an iconic photo on it where a helicopter landed and a lot of people wanted to escape this helicopter. The guy I'm with knows what it is, so I'm going to be back up in a couple of minutes, so I'll go and see that. So I'll chat to you guys in a sec.
So have like, you know, ones take 8, you know.
I was just walking about. I've got an Uber quickly, trying to get a view of this building. I'll try and link a photo. I think it's back there. Doesn't look like it, does it? It looks too built up. We're just hunting down the building. We think we've seen it. It's just a glass building next to it. It's weird going to a museum and you get back into what you've been used to, and you can never believe what anything like that ever happened here. You know, it's amazing how the human race just rebuilds and restarts and gets over it. Like, you think like pretty much the whole world was devastated after World War II, and to see where it is now, you know, and how much everything's rebuilt and gone forward, it's amazing. So we're gonna walk down, we're gonna try and find this building, so wish us luck. We decided to give up, we can't find it. We've asked someone, he said down here, we can't find where it is, so we're gonna go back because one of the girls' bags is in my locker and I've got the key, so we better get back before she gets a bus today. Just got back to the hostel. I'm gonna probably pop out later, so I'll chat to you guys in a second. Just gonna quickly pop around the block. Nate here is very sadly selling his bike, who's trekked up all his journey. How do you feel, Nate?
What, 25 days, this thing's part of me now. It's not gonna be easy letting go.
He'll never be able to let it go. He's gonna be selling it for about a week. No one's gonna want it. So we're going to pop around the block.
I'd be alright with that, I think.
Yeah, he'll be alright. He'll just marry his bike and live here forever in harmony. Anyway, we're going to pop around the block, so I'll speak to you in a sec.
Where I sold it, where I bought it. Was it? 180?
Alright guys, Nate's still going around trying to sell his bike. I need to go off, so I need to book a bus tomorrow. I'm going to go to the Coochie tunnels. I was debating whether to go today, but I'm well too tired for that. Whereas I'd rather spread it out over 2 days, and I'll go to Cambodia the following day.